BBC World Theatre presents Jack Hawkins and Googie Withers in The Father by August Strindberg. The play is set in the sitting room of the captain's house on the outskirts of a Swedish town. The action takes place during 2 consecutive winter evenings towards the end of the last century.
Ring the bell for me, will you, Jonas, while I draw the curtains?
Yes, of course. What's the trouble, Adolf?
Oh, it's my Batman Nojd again. The old nonsense. Can't leave the women alone. Come in.
Yes, sir?
Is Nojd about?
Oh, yes, sir. He's in the kitchen, waiting for orders.
In the kitchen again, is he? Send him in here.
Yes, sir.
This time it's the maid. That fella's a downright disgrace.
Nojd? He was in the same kind of difficulty early in the year, wasn't he?
Yes, that's the fella. You know, it might do some good if you said a few friendly words to him. Well, I've tried everything. I've sworn at him, I've even thrashed him, and it has no effect whatever.
And now you want me to preach to him? And what effect you suppose the word of God is likely to have on a trooper?
Well, that remains to be seen. It has no effect on me, as you know.
Yes, I certainly do.
And when it comes to Trooper Nojd, well, try anyhow. Come in.
Sir.
Now then, Nojd, what have you been up to this time?
Well, sir, if you don't mind, I'd rather not say. Not with the reverend gentleman here, I mean.
There's no occasion to feel shy with me, my boy.
Now, come along, Nojd. You better make a clean breast of it, or you know what to expect.
Well, sir, and I suppose it was like this. I wasn't anything out of the way. We was at a dance at Gabriel's, and Ludwig happened to mention that...
What's Ludwig got to do with it? Stick to the point.
Very good, sir. Well, after a bit, Emma says, well, why not let's go into the barn?
And are you trying to tell us that Emma led you astray, is that it?
Pretty well. After all, if the girl isn't willing, there's no more to it.
Once and for all, Nojd, are you the father of the child or aren't you?
Well, how do I know?
What do you mean? Don't you know?
No, I don't. That's something nobody ever knows for certain.
Weren't you the only one then?
Yes, that time. But I still don't know I was the only one, do I?
Are you trying to put the blame on Ludwig? Is that the idea?
It's very difficult to know who to put the blame on.
All the same, you promised Emma you'd marry her.
Oh, well, you always have to say that.
This is preposterous.
I'm afraid it's the old story. Now, Nojd, surely you're man enough to know whether you're the father or not?
Well, I had the girl, I admit. But you know yourself, Pastor, you can't often go by that.
We must try to keep to the point, Nojd. We're discussing you know. Now, I'm sure you don't wish to leave this unfortunate girl to fend for herself. You can't, I suppose, be compelled to marry her, but you shall support the child. Yes, you shall certainly do that.
Well, then, so must Ludwig.
Oh, well, very well, then. The matter will have to be settled in the civil court. I can't get to the bottom of it. Well, technically, it's not my responsibility at all. Now, clear out.
Sir.
Just a moment, Nojd.
Yes, sir?
Doesn't it strike you as dishonorable to leave a girl destitute like that with a child? Eh? Oh, well, doesn't it? Don't you think that sort of thing is rather,
Yes. If I know it's my child. But you see, Pastor, that's something one never does know. That's where it is, you see. And slaving to keep another man's child for the rest of your life is no joke. Well, I mean to say, Pastor, well, surely you and the captain can see that.
That'll do, Nojd.
God bless you, Captain.
And see that you keep out of the kitchen, you scoundrel.
Yes, sir.
Hang it all, man. Why didn't you pitch into him?
well, didn't I?
All you did was to stand there and mumble.
Well, to tell you the truth, I don't quite know what to say about it. It's hard on the girl, of course, and it's hard on the boy. After all, suppose he's not the father. The girl can remain at the orphanage with the baby for a few months and then leave it there with its future provided for. But it's different for the boy. Later on, the girl can get a good place with some respectable family. But the boy's future may be ruined if he's dismissed the regiment.
Upon my soul, I shouldn't care to be the magistrate. Oh, I dare say the boy's not entirely innocent. We can't tell. On the other hand, we can say the girl's guilty, if there is any guilt in a case like this.
Well, I judge no man. However, before this interruption, we were discussing Bertha's confirmation, weren't we?
Well, not so much her confirmation as her whole future. The trouble is, this house is full of women, and every single one of them knows exactly what's best for my child. My mother-in-law wants her to be a spiritualist. Laura wants to make an artist of her. The governess would like to turn her into a Methodist, and old Margret yearns for her to be a Baptist, and the maids conspire to enlist her in the Salvation Army. How can I hope to make anything of her in such circumstances, especially when I meet with nothing but opposition? I think it would be better if I sent her away.
You know, my friend, I can't help feeling you've too many women about the house.
Oh, that's fact. It's like coming into a cage of tigers. If I didn't keep my red-hot irons under their noses, they might tear me to pieces at any moment. And all you do is laugh, you old rascal. It wasn't enough for you that I married your sister. You had to palm off your old stepmother on me as well.
Oh, good heavens, one can't have stepmothers in the house.
Oh, no, you managed to put them out as mother-in-laws in other people's houses.
Ah, well, we all have our troubles.
Oh, well, I certainly have. We've even got my old nanny, old Margret, living with us. And she treats me as if I was still wearing a bib. Oh, don't you? She's a dear old soul, but she oughtn't to be here at all.
You know, you should make your women folk toe the line, Adolf. You let them run things far too much.
Well, perhaps you wouldn't mind telling me how you make women toe the line.
Well, Laura was always dealt with very firmly as a girl. And although she's my own sister, I must say she needed it.
Oh, Laura has her weak points, of course, but they don't amount to very much.
You needn't be diplomatic. I know her.
Well, she was romantic as a child and still is at heart. Consequently, she finds it a little difficult to adjust herself to life. But in any case, she's my wife, and...
And therefore she's the best little woman in the world. No, my dear fellow. As a matter of fact, she's really your greatest trial.
Well, there's no getting away from it. The house is totally disrupted. Laura won't let Bertha leave her, and I can't let the child live any longer in this bedlam.
Oh, so Laura doesn't take kindly to the idea.
No.
Now, that, I'm afraid, is not very promising. I remember when she was a child and wanted something, she'd stretch herself out stiff on the floor and lie there until she got it. And when she did get it, she'd quite often give it back, explaining that it wasn't the thing she wanted so much as getting her own way.
So she was like that even then, was she? Certainly there are times when her anger is so extraordinary that I begin to feel uneasy about her and wonder if she's ill.
What exactly is your plan for Bertha that Laura objects to it so strongly? Can't you compromise in some way?
Now, you mustn't think that I want her to be some sort of prodigy, any more than I want her to be just another edition of myself. And I refuse to have her educated exclusively for matrimony. She may not marry, and then what's to become of her? On the other hand, I don't want to encourage her to take up some masculine career with a kind of long training that's utterly wasted if she does marry.
What do you want, then?
I want her to be a teacher. Then, if she doesn't marry, well, she will at least be able to keep herself and will certainly be no worse off than many a poor schoolmaster who has to support a family. And if she does marry, she can apply her knowledge to the education of her children. Don't you think I'm right?
Oh, entirely. But haven't I heard it suggested that her talent for painting is so remarkable that it would be something of an offense against nature to suppress it?
No. I showed her paintings to a famous painter, and he said they were nothing remarkable. It was just art school stuff. Oh, then, during the summer, along comes some young noodle who, of course, knows better. He says she's a genius. And so far as Laura's concerned, that settles it.
Possibly he was in love with the girl.
That goes without saying.
Then God help you, old fellow, for I see no other help. Of course, all this is very worrying for you. And I assume that Laura isn't without her supporters.
You may be quite sure of that. The whole house is already up in arms, and between ourselves they are not over particular as to how they fight.
Do you think I don't know?
Do you?
Don't I?
What does worry me is the suspicion that Bertha's future is being settled in there, simply to bolster up a theory. According to them, it won't be long before men have to admit that women can do this and women can do that. It's nothing but man versus woman from morn till night in this house.
Yes. Well, I suppose I'd better be going.
You're not going already. No, why not stay and have some supper? I don't suppose there's anything very lavish, but I'm expecting the new doctor presently. Have you met him?
I caught just a glimpse of him as I came along. He looked quite a decent sort. Reliable, I should think.
Splendid. Do you think he'll be on my side?
Well, that depends on how much he knows about women.
No. Must you really go?
Yes, I'm afraid I must. As a matter of fact, I told my housekeeper I'd be back to supper, and she gets anxious if I'm late.
Anxious? Angry, you mean? Oh, well, just as you like. Here, let me help you on with your coat.
It's a pretty cold night, I fancy. Thanks. And you take care of yourself, Adolf. You're looking a bit off colour, you know.
Off colour?
Yes, you're not looking very well.
Nonsense. You get that idea from Laura. She's treated me for 20 years as if I had one foot in the grave.
Laura? No. I'm merely a little concerned for you myself, that's all. You look after yourself, Adolf. Well, goodbye, old man. We still haven't discussed Bertha's confirmation, I'm afraid.
No, don't worry about that. I'm quite sure the matter will proceed in the normal way at the expense of the episcopal conscience. I'm not a believer, and I'm certainly not a martyr. We've been over all that before. Yes. Goodbye, Jonas. Remember me to the children.
Yes. Well, goodbye, Adolf. Give my love to Laura.
Why can't somebody look to this fire? That's better. Now, what was I doing? Oh, yes, the accounts. 34, 9, 43, 7, 8, 56.
Would you mind?
Just a moment, Laura. 66, 71, 84, 92. 100. Well, now, what is it?
Am I interrupting?
Not at all. The housekeeping money, I suppose.
Yes, the housekeeping money.
Very well, then put the accounts down there and I'll go through them.
The accounts?
Yes?
Do I have to keep accounts now?
But of course you have to keep accounts. With our affairs in such a state, it's absolutely essential. If I had to go bankrupt and couldn't produce accounts, I could be prosecuted as a negligent debtor.
Well, it's certainly not my fault if our affairs are in such a state.
Well, in that case, the accounts will prove it.
It's not my fault if the tenant doesn't pay the rent.
And who was it recommended the tenant so warmly? You. Why did you recommend such a, what shall I call him, such a person?
Why did you take such a person?
Simply because it was made impossible for me to eat, sleep, or work in peace until you had got him here. You wanted him because your brother had had enough of him. Your mother wanted him because I didn't want him. The governess wanted him because he's a confirmed Bible reader, and old Margret because she knew his grandmother. That's why I took him in. If I hadn't, I should be either in a lunatic asylum or in my grave by now. Well, here's the housekeeping, and here's your allowance. And don't forget to bring me the accounts.
Thank you very much. Tell me, do you keep accounts of what you spend apart from the housekeeping money?
That's not your business.
Apparently not. Any more than my child's education is my business. Were the two gentlemen able to reach a decision at this evening's conference?
I'd already reached my own decision and had only to inform the one friend I have in common in the family. Bertha's going to live in town. She'll leave in a fortnight.
And where will she live, or oughtn't I to ask?
With Strindberg, the lawyer, and his wife.
That freethinker.
The law says that children are to be brought up in the father's faith.
And the mother has no say in the matter.
None whatever. She forfeits all rights of that kind to her husband in return for his assuming the entire responsibility for her and her children.
She has no rights, then, over her own child?
No, none. When you've sold your goods, you can't have them back and keep the money.
But supposing the father and mother can reach a compromise?
Oh, that would be a great help. I want her to live in town, you want her to live at home. An exact compromise would mean her living halfway between the two at the railway station. It's the sort of knot that can't be untied, I'm afraid.
Then it must be cut. What was Nojd doing here?
That's a regimental secret.
Oh, which is known to the whole kitchen.
Oh, good. Then I've no doubt you know it, too.
I do.
And have already passed judgment, I suppose.
That may be left to the law.
The law can't determine who's actually a child's father.
No, but one usually knows that.
Quite intelligent people will tell you that that's something nobody ever knows for certain.
How remarkable. So one can't know for certain who is the father of a child.
That's what they say.
How very remarkable. In that case, how does the father come to have such rights over the children?
The rights are his because he's assumed the responsibility. Or else had it laid upon him. However, in marriage, there's generally no doubt about the paternity.
No doubt.
Well, I should hope not.
Suppose the wife has been unfaithful.
There's no question of that in this particular case. There's nothing else you want, is there?
No, thank you.
I'm going up to my study now. Let me know when the doctor arrives.
I will.
Be sure you do. I've no wish to appear discourteous. You understand?
I understand.
Laura,
Yes, Mamma?
is my tea ready?
I'll see to it in just a minute. Come in.
Dr. Oestermark, madam.
Oh, thank you, Svard.
Good evening, madam.
You're very welcome, Doctor. We're delighted to see you here. The captain had to go out, I'm afraid, but he should be back any moment.
I must apologize for being so late, but I've been seeing patients already.
Oh, do sit down, won't you?
Thank you.
Yes. There's quite a lot of illness about just now. I do hope it doesn't mean we're going to run you off your feet the very moment you arrive. To people buried in the country, it means such a lot to have a doctor who takes an interest in his patients. And I've heard so many nice things about you, Doctor. I'm looking forward to our better acquaintance.
That's very kind of you. May I express the hope that not all my visits will be professional ones? I shouldn't think there's very much ill health in your family.
Oh, we've been lucky enough in avoiding serious illness. All the same, things aren't quite as they ought to be.
Indeed?
No, they're not all we could wish them to be.
Really? You surprise me.
There are certain things in family life which honor and conscience force one to conceal from the world.
But not necessarily from one's doctor.
I know. And that's why I think it's my duty to tell you the whole thing, here and now, and however painful.
Might it not be as well to wait until I've had the pleasure of meeting the captain?
No, you must hear what I have to say before you do that.
I see. It concerns him, then?
Yes, my unfortunate husband.
I'm sorry to hear that. You have my sympathy.
It's his mind, Doctor. It's affected.
Oh?
Now you know. But you must judge for yourself when you see him.
It seems hardly possible. I've read his papers on mineralogy, and I think they're brilliant. In fact, they reveal an exceptionally clear and powerful intellect.
Indeed? Well, naturally, we should all be delighted to find we were mistaken.
I think you better tell me a little more. Of course, there's always the possibility that his mind may be affected in other directions.
Yes, we're afraid that may be the case. Sometimes he has the most extraordinary ideas. I know that's nothing unusual in a learned man, and it wouldn't matter if only it didn't have such a disastrous effect on the welfare of his family. For instance, he has an absolute mania for buying things.
Yes, that's different. What does he buy?
Whole crates full of books, which he never reads.
But surely there's nothing so very odd in a scientist buying books.
You don't believe what I say.
Madam, I'm convinced that you believe what you say.
Is it rational to insist that you can see what's happening on another planet by looking through a microscope?
Does he say he can do that?
Yes, that's what he says.
Through a microscope?
Yes, through a microscope.
That's more significant. If it's true.
If it's true, then you don't believe me, Doctor. Here am I telling you all about the family secret.
Believe me, I'm honored by your confidence. But as a physician, I'm bound to observe and consider for myself before forming an opinion. Tell me, is the captain given to sudden changes of mood? Is he noticeably lacking in willpower?
In all the 20 years we've been married, I've never known him make a decision and stick to it.
Is he at all obstinate with it?
He always insists on having his own way until he's got it. Then he'll turn round and ask me to decide for him.
Yes, it's quite typical. I think a little careful observation might be justified. You see, the will is the driving force of the mind. If it stops or falters, the mind breaks down.
Well, I've tried my best all these long years to fall in with his wishes. You can't imagine what I've been through with him. If only you knew.
I can well understand, I assure you. And I promise to see what can be done. You have my deepest sympathy, and you can rely on me, absolutely.
Oh.
But after what I've heard, there is one thing I must impress upon you.
Yes, Doctor?
Try to avoid any topic or suggestion which might affect the patient at all strongly.
Yes.
Such ideas can develop very rapidly in an unstable mind, develop into monomania.
And I should avoid arousing his suspicions in any way.
Precisely. A sick mind can be made to believe anything, simply because it's so receptive.
Yes. Yes, I can see that. Yes, I understand. Oh, excuse me. I think my mother wants me. I shall only be a moment. Ah, there's Adolf now. I'll leave you two together.
Yes, of course.
Ah, so you're here already, Doctor. I'm glad to see you.
Captain, it's indeed a great pleasure to meet so distinguished a man of science.
I wouldn't say that. I'm afraid army life leaves one very little time for really extensive research. All the same, I believe I'm actually on the point of making quite an interesting discovery.
Really?
Yes. I've subjected meteoric matter to spectrum analysis, and I find that carbon is present. In other words, distinct evidence of organic life. Now, what do you think of that?
Can you see all that in the microscope?
What on earth? No, the spectroscope, man.
Ah, yes, of course, yes, the spectroscope. Ah, then I suppose you'll soon be able to tell us what's happening on Jupiter.
Not what is happening, but what has happened. If only those confounded booksellers in Paris would send me the books I want. I'm beginning to think that all the booksellers in the world are conspiring against me. I've been writing letters to them for 2 months now. I've even sent them abusive telegrams, and I can't get a single word out of them. I wish I could get to the bottom of it. It's driving me mad.
Oh, I shouldn't let it worry you too much. It's probably nothing more than carelessness on their part.
Oh, that's all very well, but how the devil am I to finish my treatise in time? I know for a fact they're working on the same lines in Berlin. Yeah, but look here, we really ought to be talking about you and where you're going to live. There are some rooms in the wing here which are entirely at your disposal, unless you'd rather live in the old doctor's quarters.
Whichever you like.
No, whichever you like. You have only to say.
I'd really rather you decided, Captain.
I'm not going to decide it for you. It's for you to make your own choice. I've no preference one way or the other.
But I don't very well see how I can.
Oh, for goodness sake, Doctor, say what you want. It doesn't make the slightest difference to me which you do. I've no opinions on the subject and no wishes. Well, surely you're man enough to make up your own mind. Now then, which is it to be? Or shall I have to lose my temper?
Well, in that case, I should like to stay here.
Thank you. That's splendid. I'll just ring for Svard. I hope you're not offended, Doctor, but if there's one thing I can't stand in anybody, it's indecision. Oh, it's you, Margret. Can you tell me whether the rooms in the wing have been got ready for the doctor?
Oh, Oh, yes, Captain, I'm sure they have.
Good, then I won't keep you any longer, Doctor. You must be tired, and I expect you want to unpack. We're glad to have you with us. We'll meet again tomorrow, I hope.
I shall look forward to it. Good night, Captain.
Come this way, sir.
Doctor, I take it my wife has already told you something of our circumstances, so that you've at least some idea how the land lies.
Yes, she was kind enough to give me one or two hints, which might be useful to me as a newcomer. Good night, Captain.
Right.
You rang, sir?
Yes, take the doctor to the wing, Svard, and find his baggage.
Very good, sir. This way, sir.
Thank you.
Master Adolf.
Hello, Nellie. What do you want?
Now, Master Adolf, I want you to be a good boy and sit down and listen to me for a minute.
All right then, Nanny. Let's hear all about it. You're the only one I can listen to without boiling over.
Well now, Master Adolf, don't you think you might try and meet the mistress halfway in all this botheration over the child? Try and think what it means to a mother.
Think what it means to a father, Margret.
Now, a father has so much else in life besides his child, but a mother hasn't. She's got nothing else at all.
True enough. She has only one burden to bear, whilst I have all my own and hers as well. Don't you think I'd have been something better in the world by now than a poor soldier if I hadn't had her and the child?
Yes, but that isn't what I wanted to say.
Oh, I'm quite sure of that. You were trying to get me to admit I was in the wrong.
Now, Master Adolf, you believe I wish you well, now don't you?
Of course I do, you old sweetheart. But that doesn't mean that you know what's best for me. You see, merely to have given the child life isn't enough for me. I want her to have my soul as well.
Well, I don't understand that. But I do think you and the mistress ought to try and agree.
Margret, you're not my friend.
Oh, my goodness gracious, Master Adolf, how can you say such a thing? Do you think I could ever forget that you used to be my little boy?
Do you think I've forgotten it? You've been like a mother to me. You've always stood by me when everybody was against me. But now, when I need you most, you desert me and go over to the enemy.
The enemy?
Yes, the enemy. You know quite well how things are in this house. You've seen it all from beginning to end.
I have indeed. But the dear Lord only knows why two people who are so good and kind to everybody else should be everlastingly tormenting the life out of each other. The mistress is never like that to me or to anyone else.
Only to me. Yes, I know that. Now, listen to me, Margaret. If you desert me now, you'll be doing me a great wrong. I know very well they're plotting against me, and that doctor's no friend of mine either.
Oh, Master Adolf, why must you always believe evil of everybody? It's only because you haven't found the true faith, that's what it is.
But you and the Baptists have found it. That must make you very happy.
Well, anyhow, I'm not unhappy like you, Master Adolf. Humble your heart, and God will make you happy in loving your neighbor.
It's a strange thing, but no sooner do you mention God and love than your voice grows hard and your eyes lose all their kindness. Now, Margaret, I doubt if you've found the true faith.
Oh, yes, you can be proud and obstinate enough now with all your book learning, but when it comes to the test, it won't do you much good. You'll see.
Oh, there speaks the humble heart. Oh, yes, I know perfectly well that learning means nothing to you women.
Shame on you, Master Adolf. Oh, but there, in spite of everything, old Nanny still loves her great big boy the best. And she knows he'll come back to her again just as soon as ever he's in trouble.
I'm sorry, Margaret. But believe me, you're the only one in the house who wishes me well. You must help me. I've a feeling that something's going to happen. What, I can't say, but something evil. What on earth?
Oh, dear.
Papa! Papa, help me! Save me, Papa!
Well, what's the matter, my darling? What's happened?
Help me! She'll hurt me, Papa. I know she will.
You'd better leave us, Margret. Now, my darling. Now, what is it? Who's going to hurt you?
Grandmama, but it's my own fault. I was playing a trick on her.
Oh, go on.
You mustn't breathe a word to anyone then. You won't, will you? Promise?
I think you'd better tell me all about it.
Well, every evening she turns down the lamp and makes me sit at the table, holding a pencil to a piece of paper, so that the spirits can write.
What? Why have you never told me this before?
I'm sorry, Papa, but I daren't. Grandmama says the spirits always take their revenge on you if you talk about them. And then the pencil begins to write, but I don't know whether it's really me doing it or not. Sometimes it goes awfully well, and other times it won't go at all. When I'm tired, it's like that. Nothing happens, but she makes me go on until it does. And this evening, I thought the pencil was writing beautifully, but Grandmama said no, it was all out of Stagnalius, and that I'd been cheating her, and then she got most dreadfully angry.
I see. And do you believe there are such things as spirits?
I don't know.
Well, I know there aren't.
But, Papa, Grandmama says you don't understand. And she says you do far worse things, looking to see what's going to happen on other planets.
So that's what she says. What else does she say?
She says you can't work miracles.
I never said I could.
But, Papa...
Now, look, my darling, you know what meteorites are. The fragments that fall to Earth from other heavenly bodies. Well, I can examine them and see whether they're composed of the same elements as we find on our own planet. And that's all I can see.
But Grandmama says there are things that she can see and you can't.
Well, she's lying.
Grandmama doesn't tell lies.
Are you quite sure?
Well, then, Mama must tell them too. If you say that Mama tells lies, I'll never believe you again, never.
I didn't say so, and this is something you must believe. I'm convinced that your future happiness depends on your getting away from this house. Now, wouldn't you like to live in town and learn something useful? Would you go?
Oh, yes, Papa, I'd love to go. I'd love to live in town, anywhere to get away from here, anywhere. So long as I can see you sometimes, often. You can't think how dreary and hateful it is in there all the time, like a winter's night. But when you come in, Papa, it's like opening the shutters on a spring morning.
My little angel, my darling child.
But, Papa, promise me you'll be good to Mama. She does cry so much.
You really want to go and live in town, then?
Oh, yes, I do.
Suppose your mother won't let you go.
Oh, but she must, Papa.
Yeah, but supposing she won't?
Oh, well, I don't know what'll happen. Oh, but she must. Oh, she must.
Well, you ask her then.
No, you ask her very nicely. She wouldn't listen to me.
Yeah. But if we both want it and she doesn't want it, what's to happen then?
Then I suppose there'll be another rumpus. Oh, why can't you both agree?
Ah. So there you are, Bertha. Well, since she's here, perhaps she'd like to tell us what she thinks, as it's her future that has to be settled.
How can you expect a child of her age to know what's best for her? Surely that's a matter for us to decide. After all, we know far more about young people growing up than she does.
Perhaps, but we don't agree. Therefore, Bertha might be allowed to decide for herself.
Certainly not. That happens to be my right, and I'll brook no interference from women or children. Bertha, I think you'd better leave us.
Yes, Papa.
You were afraid she'd be on my side, so you wouldn't let her speak.
As a matter of fact, I know she wants to go to town. I also know that you can always make her change her mind.
Am I really so powerful?
You certainly have a fiendish power of getting your own way. But anyone who's sufficiently unscrupulous can do that. How did you manage to get rid of Dr. Nordling, for instance? And this new man, how did you get him here?
Well, how did I?
You insulted poor Nordling until he was forced to leave and then got your brother to go round the district canvassing for this new fellow.
Well, that was quite simple and perfectly legitimate. Bertha's to leave home, then?
Yes, in a fortnight.
Is that your decision?
Yes.
Have you told her?
Yes.
Then I must try to prevent it.
You can't.
Can't I? Do you really suppose that I would allow my daughter to live under the same roof with those freethinkers? And hear everything that I've taught her held up to ridicule and learn to despise her own mother?
And do you suppose that I shall allow ignorant and conceited women to teach my daughter that her father's a charlatan?
It would matter less to a father.
Why?
A mother's so much closer to her child. Particularly since the startling discovery that one can't tell for certain who the father is.
And what's that got to do with it?
Are you sure you're Bertha's father?
Am I sure?
How can you be sure of what no one can tell for certain?
Are you joking?
No, I'm merely quoting your own words. Are you sure I was never unfaithful to you?
I can believe almost anything of you, but not that. Nor that you'd speak of it, if it were true.
Supposing that I were ready to endure anything, to be turned out, lose my name and my home, rather than lose control over my child. Supposing that what I suggested just now was true, and that Bertha is my child, but not yours. Supposing it were true. Why, your rights would be at an end.
You'd first have to prove I wasn't the father.
That wouldn't be difficult. Would you like me to prove it?
That's quite enough, Laura.
I should have to tell you the name of the real father, of course, and when and where it happened. For instance, when was Bertha born? We'd already been married 3
Stop,
years.
or I'll...
Or you'll what? Very well, then. We'll stop. But I advise you to be very careful about what you decide. And whatever you do, don't make yourself look ridiculous.
But I can't believe such a thing.
That will make you look all the more ridiculous.
But not you, I suppose.
Oh, dear me, no. Women are too clever for that.
And that's why we're no match for you.
Then why pit yourselves against your superiors?
Superiors?
Yes. I'm bound to confess I've never looked at any man without being completely aware of my own superiority.
Well, you'll soon find out about that, and in a way you'll never forget.
That will be interesting.
Supper's on the table. Now do come and have it before it gets cold.
Oh, thank you, Margaret.
Oh, dear. Oh, look at that fire again. Oh, dear me. Oh, that's better.
Aren't you coming into supper?
Huh? No, thanks, I don't want any.
Really? Is anything the matter?
No, I'm not hungry.
They'll only pester me with a lot of stupid questions if you don't. Be sensible. You won't? Very well, then. Stay where you are.
Master Adolf, Oh, dear, Master Adolf. What's the matter now?
Oh, I don't know. Why is it that you women always insist on treating a middle-aged man as if he were a baby?
I'm sure I can't say, unless it's because every man, no matter who he is, was once some woman's baby.
Yeah, and of course, man doesn't bring woman into the world. That's quite true. You don't doubt that I'm Bertha's father, do you, Nanny?
What?
You believe she's my child, don't you?
Well, of all the silly questions, why, of course you're the father of your own child, whatever next. Now, you just come along and have your supper, instead of sitting there moping like that.
I don't want any.
No, you come along.
Oh, go away, woman. Get out. Svard! Svard!
Yes, sir?
Have the horses harnessed to the small sleigh at once.
Please, Captain Adolf, listen to me.
I said get out. Oh, where's my greatcoat? Now look smart, Svard.
Yes, sir.
Gracious heaven, what's come over everybody?
Don't expect me back before midnight.
Oh, God help us. Where's all this going to end?
Well, after the conversation I had with him, I feel bound to tell you that I cannot regard the case as at all clearly proved. In the first place, you were mistaken in saying that it was by means of a microscope that he was able to reach these remarkable astronomical conclusions. And now that I find it was a spectroscope, not only is he cleared of any suspicion of insanity, but he's obviously made a notable contribution to scientific knowledge.
Oh, but I didn't say that.
Madam, I made careful notes of our conversation, and I distinctly remember raising this very point, just because I thought I must have misheard you. One has to exercise the greatest care over one's data before certifying insanity. You know?
Certifying?
Precisely. I suppose you realize that an insane person loses his civil and family rights?
No, I didn't know that.
There was one other point I should like to go into a little further. He complained about his repeated failure to get any answer from his Paris booksellers. Now, it occurred to me to wonder whether you, with the best possible intentions, of course, may have intercepted his letters.
Yes, I did. It was my duty to safeguard the family interests. I couldn't let him ruin us all without taking some step.
If you'll forgive my saying so, I doubt if you can have appreciated the possible consequences of such a step. Should he discover your intervention in his affairs, he'll have grounds for suspicions which, once started, will grow like an avalanche. As it is, you obstructed his plans and increased his irritability. You must know from experience something of the nervous strain that's set up by having one's dearest wishes frustrated.
Yes, I certainly do.
Well, then you can imagine how he feels.
Oh, it's after midnight. He's not back yet. I wonder what's happened.
Why, did something happen after I left him this evening? It's better that I should know everything.
Oh, he talked in a very wild way. Made the most fantastic suggestions. Some ridiculous idea about not being the father of his own child, for instance.
That's very strange. What put that into his head?
But I really can't imagine. Unless it was a maintenance case he had to look into recently. It was one of the men in the regiment. And when I took the girl's part, he got violently excited and said you could never tell for certain who a child's father is. Oh, I did everything I possibly could to make him see reason, but it does begin to look now as if he's past help.
Things can't be allowed to go on like this. Something will have to be done, without rousing his suspicions, of course. Tell me, has he ever suffered from delusions before?
Yes. About 6 years ago, we had the same sort of trouble.
Oh?
That time, he was afraid he was going out of his mind. He actually admitted as much in a letter to the family doctor, Dr. Nordling.
So it's fairly deep-rooted. It's a pity families always feel obliged to leave this sort of thing until... Well, obviously, I can do no more than deal with the facts as I see them. What's done can't be undone, I'm afraid. And yet the best hope of finding a remedy would be to get to the cause of the trouble. Where do you suppose he is now?
I've no idea. Nowadays, his behavior is quite unpredictable.
Would you like me to stay here until he comes back? We could say, your mother isn't well, I'd come down to see her.
Oh, I should be so grateful if you would, Doctor. Don't leave us. I can't tell you how worried I am. You don't think it would be better to tell him quite openly what you think about his condition?
We never do that in a case like this, unless the patient broaches the subject himself, and not always then. It depends on the individual case. However, I don't think we should stay in here. Wouldn't it look more natural if I were in the next room?
Yes, perhaps it would, and then Margret can sit in here. She always waits up for him when he's out. Margret! Margret! She's the only one in the house who can do anything with him.
Yes, ma'am. Is the master back yet?
No, not yet. I want you to sit in here and wait for him. And when he arrives, tell him that my mother's ill and that the doctor's come to see her.
Yes, ma'am. You just leave it to me.
Will you come in here then, Doctor?
Thank you, madam.
Oh, dear. Do you know where are my spectacles? Oh, you see there. Life is pitiful and small, a heavy day and night of fears. Death's angel overshadows all. His cry is ever in our ears. Vanity, all is vanity. Yes, yes.
Margaret?
Oh.
May I come and sit in here with you? It's so lonely up there.
Oh, good gracious, child, what are you doing up at this hour? You ought to be in bed.
I know, but I simply must finish Papa's Christmas present before Christmas. And I've made you some coffee.
But, lovey, this'll never do. You've got to get up in the morning and it's gone 12.
Oh, what does that matter? Here's your coffee, Nanny.
Oh, thank you, dear.
I daren't sit up there all by myself. I believe there's a ghost.
There now. I've said so all along. You mark my words. There's a blight on this house. Did you hear anything? What did you hear?
I'm quite sure I could hear somebody singing up in the attic.
In the attic? At this time of night?
Yes, and it was, oh, such a sad song. I've never heard anything like it. It seemed to come from the box room, you know, in the corner where the old cradle is.
Oh, dear, such a terrible night. It's enough to blow the chimneys down. Oh, what is all our earthly life but tribulation, toil, and strife? Even the best that it can be teaches us all is vanity. Yes, my dear, and God send us all a happy Christmas.
Margaret, is it true that Papa's ill?
Yes, child, I'm afraid it is.
Then we shan't be able to keep Christmas Eve. But, Margaret, if he's ill, why doesn't he stay in bed?
You see, dear, you don't have to stay in bed with his sort of illness.
But...
Shh. There's your father's sleigh. It must be him back again. Now off to bed with your papa. I'll be cross.
Good night, Margaret.
Good night, dear. God bless you.
Are you still up? Go to bed.
Well, I was only waiting till you...
Yes, good night. Letters, newspapers.
Master Adolf,
What is it?
the old lady's not well. The doctor's here.
Is it serious?
Oh, no, don't think so. She's got a chill, I shouldn't wonder.
Margaret,
Yes, Master Adolf.
who was the father of your child?
Oh, really, Master Adolf, as if I haven't told you a dozen times. It was that good-for-nothing Johansson.
Are you quite sure?
Well, you are a silly boy. As if I didn't know. Besides, there wasn't anybody else.
Yes, but was he sure there wasn't anybody else? No, he couldn't be. Only you could be sure of that. You see, there's a difference.
Well, I can't see any difference.
Well, of course you can't. All the same, there is a difference. Look at this photograph.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Bertha's like me?
Why, of course. You're as like as two peas.
Did Johansson admit he was the father of your child?
He couldn't do anything else.
Horrible. Ah, here's the doctor. Good evening, doctor. How's my mother-in-law?
Oh, it's nothing serious. She's managed to sprain her ankle, but it's very slight.
I thought Margaret said it was a chill. There seems to be a slight difference of opinion. Margaret, go to bed. Sit down, Dr. Oestermark.
Thank you.
Is it true that if you cross a zebra with a mare, you get striped foals?
Why, yes, it's true, certainly.
And is it true that if the mare goes on to breed with a stallion, the foals may continue to be striped?
Yes, that's true, too.
It follows, then, that in certain circumstances a stallion can be the sire of striped foals.
Yes, apparently.
And, in other words, resemblance between offspring and father proves nothing.
Well...
So that paternity cannot be proved. You're a widower, aren't you? And you have children?
Yes?
Did you never have moments when your position as a father struck you as ridiculous? I know of nothing so ludicrous as to see a father taking a child out for a walk and to hear him referring to it as his. My wife's child, he should say. Did you never realize that you were living in a fool's paradise? Did you never feel the slightest doubt? I won't say suspicion, for I must, of course, assume that your wife was above suspicion.
No, I don't think so. And anyhow, Captain, wasn't it Goethe who said that a man must take his children on trust?
On trust? Where a woman's concerned? Oh, that's a bit risky, isn't it?
Oh, there are women and women, you know.
Modern investigation has established the fact that there are only women. I learnt that quite early in life when I was a youngster. Not a bad-looking one, I bet. I remember once, on board ship, I was sitting with some friends in the saloon. There was a young stewardess who was distracted with grief because her fiancé had just been drowned. Naturally, we all felt sorry for her, and to cheer her up, I ordered some champagne. After the second glass, I pressed her foot. After the fourth, I had my hand on her knee, and before morning, I had consoled her.
Well, that was just a fly in winter.
Well, then, here's a summer fly for you. I was on holiday at Lycecal. There was a young woman staying there with her children. Her husband had been unable to get away, but she was a religious woman, with very strict principles. She preached to me on morality, and she was, I'm sure, completely virtuous. I lent her a book, a couple of books, and to my surprise, when she left, she returned them. 3 months later, I picked one of them up, and a visiting card fell out, and on it was an unmistakable declaration. Oh, it was innocent enough, as innocent as a declaration of love can be from a married woman to a stranger who never made any advances. And the moral of that is whatever you do, don't take too much on trust.
Or too little.
Or too little. But the point is, Dr. Oestermark, that woman was so utterly unaware of her duplicity that she actually told her husband of her infatuation for me. It is the fact that they are unaware of their instinctive duplicity that makes them so dangerous. That is certainly a mitigating circumstance, but it doesn't reverse my judgment. It merely modifies it.
Captain, your thoughts are developing a morbid trend. You should try to control them.
Don't use that word morbid. Any boiler will burst if the pressure gets high enough. Some will burst sooner than ours. That's all. Don't you understand? And, however, you are here to watch me.
Oh, no.
If only I weren't a man, I could be full of complaints and accusations. I could unburden myself to you, give you the history of my case from the beginning, and even supply you with a complete diagnosis. Unfortunately, I'm a man, and therefore I can only fold my arms like an ancient Roman and hold my breath till I die. Good night.
And now look here, Captain. If you're ill, it can't possibly reflect on your honor as a man to tell me everything. In fact, it's important that I should hear both sides of the matter.
I should have thought the one you've heard would be enough.
I don't think so. Do you know when I heard Mrs. Alvey in that play Ghosts eulogizing her dead husband? I thought to myself what a very great pity it was that the fellow was dead.
If he'd been alive, do you suppose he'd have said anything? And do you suppose that if any husband returned from the dead, he would be believed? Good night, Doctor. I'm perfectly calm, you see, so you can quite safely go to bed.
Very well then, Captain. I wash my hands of the whole business.
We are enemies.
Far from it. But it's a pity we can't be friends. Good night.
Good night to you, Doctor. I wonder. Come in. I knew you were listening. I want to speak to you.
I was just...
Oh, yes, of course. However, it's late and this thing has to be thrashed out. Come in. I went to the post office this evening and collected my letters. It appears that you have been tampering with my correspondence, with the result that it's impossible for me to publish my treatise in time for it to be one of the slightest value.
I was acting in your best interests. You were letting your precious treaties come between you and your duties as a soldier.
Oh, it can hardly have been in my best interests. You know perfectly well that one day I should achieve far greater fame than from the army. But that wouldn't suit you. You were afraid that any recognition I received would merely diminish your own stature. It occurred to me, therefore, to open certain letters of yours.
How very noble.
Oh, so you have a high opinion of me after all. I gather from these letters that for some time now you've been banding my old friends against me by spreading reports about my mental condition, and you succeeded admirably. There's hardly a soul, from the colonel to the cook, who believes I'm sane. Now, these are the facts about my illness. My reason, as you know, is unimpaired, so that I'm perfectly capable of discharging my duties as a soldier and my responsibilities as a father. I can still control my feelings more or less. That is, so long as my willpower is left to me. But you've worn it almost to breaking point. And when it gives way, the whole machine will go to pieces. I won't appeal to your feelings, for you have none. That's your strength. But I will appeal to your interest.
Please do.
So far, you've aroused my suspicions so effectively that I shall soon distrust my own reason. As it is, I find it no easy matter to control my thoughts. Yes, the first sign of insanity for which you've been waiting so patiently, and which may come at any moment now. For you, then, it's a question of whether it's to your interest to have me sane or insane. You must consider carefully. If I succumb, I'll leave the army, and then where will you be? If I die, you get the life insurance. But if I take my own life, you get nothing. It's therefore to your interest that I should live out my life.
Is this a trap?
Of course it is. It rests with you whether you avoid it or put your head into it.
You may talk about killing yourself, but I know you'll never do it.
Don't you be too sure of that. Do you think a man can live when he has nothing and no one to live for?
You surrender, then?
No. I offer you peace.
And the conditions?
That you enable me to keep my reason. Look, relieve me of my suspicions and I'll stop fighting.
What suspicions?
As to whether I'm Bertha's father.
But is there any doubt about that?
Yes, there is. And you raised it.
I?
Yes. You dropped doubt into my ear like poison, and circumstances have done the rest. Now, put an end to this uncertainty. Say to me frankly, the truth is this, and you're already forgiven.
You're not seriously suggesting that I should confess a sin I didn't commit.
But what does it matter when you know I could never reveal it? Do you think that any man would advertise his own shame?
If I say it isn't true, you won't be convinced. And if I say it is, you will. It looks almost as if you want it to be true.
Strange to say, I do. Probably because that can be proved. The other can't.
Have you any grounds for your suspicions?
Yes. And no.
I believe you want me to be guilty, simply so that you can get rid of me and have absolute control over the child. Oh, no. You won't catch me in that sort of a trap.
Do you think I should want to keep another man's child if I were convinced of your guilt?
No, I'm sure you wouldn't. That's why I know it means nothing to you when you say that I'm already forgiven.
Laura, spare me. Save my reason. You don't seem to understand. If she's not my child, I've no control over her and don't wish for any, and that's as you'd like it to be, isn't it? You'd like that, Laura, wouldn't you? To have power over your child and have me to support you both.
Power? Yes, of course, power. Why else are we engaged in this life and death struggle?
Bertha was my hope of immortality. I don't believe in a hereafter, you know that. She was my future life, my only proof of survival. Take that away and you take my life.
No, We should have separated before it was too late.
The child held us together. First it was a link, and then it became a chain. How did that happen? Yes, how? Of course. Why did it never strike me? Memories can lie dormant for years and then suddenly rise up and accuse or condemn. We'd been married 2 years and had no children. You best know why. I was ill, dangerously ill. They thought I was dying. In a moment of consciousness, I heard voices in the drawing room. You and the lawyer were discussing the fortune which I still possessed. He explained to you that you could inherit nothing because you were childless, and asked if you were expecting a baby. I couldn't hear your reply. I recovered. You had a child. Who is the father?
You.
Oh, no, I'm not. There's a crime here that begins to stink. You women were ardent enough about the liberation of black slaves, but you kept white ones yourselves. I worked and slaved for you, for your child, your mother, your servants. I've sacrificed my hope of promotion, my career. I've been flogged, tortured, endured anxiety and sleeplessness for your sake until my hair's turned grey. And all this so that you might live a life free from worry and, as you grew old, enjoy it again in your child. I've stood all this without a word of complaint because I thought I was the father of your child. This is the meanest form of theft, the most inhuman slavery. I've done 17 years penal servitude and I'm innocent. What could you give me to make up for that?
Now you are quite mad.
That's what you hope. Yes, and I've seen your efforts to conceal your crime. I've even sympathized with you. Not knowing the cause of your anxiety, I've often soothed your guilty conscience, fondly believing it was some little care I was driving away. I've heard you cry out in your sleep, and I wouldn't listen. Why, only the night before last, I remember Bertha's birthday. I was sitting up between 2 and 3 in the morning reading, and you screamed out, "Don't! Don't!" as though someone were trying to strangle you. I knocked on the wall. I didn't want to hear any more, simply because I daren't have my suspicions confirmed. I've done all that for you. What will you do for me?
What can I do? I can swear before God and by all I hold sacred that you are Bertha's father.
What's the good of that? I've more than once heard you say that for the sake of her child, a mother may commit any crime, that indeed she ought to. Laura, for the sake of the little happiness we've had in the past, as a wounded man begs you to be put out of his misery, I implore you, tell me everything. I'm as helpless as a child, can't you see? Can't you hear that I'm crying to you as a mother? But won't you forget I'm a man, a soldier who gives orders. I'm asking only as a sick man asks for pity. I surrender my sword and beg you to spare my life.
Why, man, you're crying.
Yes, I'm crying, although I'm a man. Why shouldn't a man complain, a soldier cry? Because it's unmanly? Why is it unmanly?
Very well, then, cry like a baby. Perhaps it'll bring your mother back to you. Don't you remember? That's how I came into your life, as your second mother.
Yes, that was how you got the upper hand. And I, the commanding officer, obeyed you, grew up beside you, looked up to you as a superior being, and listened to you as if I'd been your backward child.
Yes, I haven't forgotten. And that's why I loved you only as my child. Surely you must have noticed how embarrassed and ashamed I was when your feelings changed and you behaved as my lover. After the pleasure of your embraces, I was always filled with revulsion. The mother become the mistress.
I noticed it, but I couldn't understand. I thought you despised me because I was unmanly. So I wanted to win you as a woman by being a man.
That was where you made a mistake. The mother, you see, was your friend. The woman was your enemy. Love between the sexes is inevitably a conflict. And don't run away with the idea that I gave myself to you. I didn't. I took what I wanted. I realized that you had one advantage, and I wanted you to realize it.
You always had the advantage. You could hypnotize me when I was wide awake so that I neither saw nor heard, but simply obeyed. You could give me a raw potato and make me believe it was a peach. You could make me admire your foolish whims as if they were strokes of genius. You could have turned me into a criminal, yes, or even worse. But you couldn't understand that. And rather than spur me on to better things, you chose to follow your own instincts. When at last I came to my senses, I saw what you'd done to my honor, and I wanted to redeem it by some noble deed, some lasting achievement or discovery, even an honorable suicide. I wanted to fight for my country, but there was no opportunity. It was then that I turned to science. And now, just as I'm about to stretch out my hand and pluck the fruits of success, you cut off my arm. How can I go on living dishonored as I am? A man can't live without honor.
And what about a woman?
She has her children. A man hasn't. But you and I, like the rest of mankind, lived our lives as heedless as children, full of fancies, ideals, and illusions. And when we awoke, it was all over. We awoke to find our feet on the pillow, and he who awakened us was himself a sleepwalker. When women grow old and cease to be women, they get hair on their chins. When men grow old and cease to be men, I wonder. Those that crow are no longer cocks, but capons. And the pullets answer them so that we think it's dawn. But instead we find ourselves in the bright moonlight among ruins, just as in the old fairy tales. It was only a little morning slumber with wild dreams, and there'd be no awakening.
You know, you should have been a poet.
Perhaps.
Well, I'm sleepy, so if you have any more flights of imagination, they must keep until tomorrow.
Very well. But one word more about realities. Do you hate me?
Oh, yes, quite often, when you behave like a man.
That's practically race hatred. If it's true that we're descended from monkeys, it must surely be from two different species. We're not much alike, are we?
What does all this mean? What are you trying to say?
I know one of us must go under in this struggle.
Yes, but which one?
The weaker, naturally.
And, of course, the stronger will be in the right.
Certainly, since he has the power.
Then I'm in the right.
Have you the power already?
Yes, legal power, which tomorrow I shall use to put you under restraint.
Under restraint?
Yes, and then I shall be able to educate my child my way without having to listen to your fantastic notions.
And who's going to pay for her education once I'm out of the way?
Your pension will pay for it.
Exactly how do you propose to have me put under restraint?
By means of this letter, of which an attested copy is now in the hands of the commissioners in lunacy.
What letter?
A letter in your own handwriting admitting to Dr. Nordling that you are insane.
What?
Now that you have fulfilled your function as the unfortunately necessary father and breadwinner, you're no longer needed and you must go. You must go, since you've realized that my intellect is as strong as my will, and since you won't acknowledge it.
You... Get out!
Don't you dare! Don't you dare throw that lamp!
God forgive me for what I've done.
Well, Margaret, did he give you the keys for the desk? Have you got them?
Yes, I've got them. But he wouldn't give them to me, God forgive me. I had to take them out of his trousers pocket while Nojd was brushing his clothes.
So Nojd's back on duty today?
Yes, that Nojd. The captain might just as well have saved his breath talking to him yesterday.
Where are the keys?
Here they are, Mum. If you ask me, it's downright stealing. Oh, just listen to him up there, Mum. Walking up and down, all the time. He hasn't stopped all day.
Are you sure that door up to his study is all right like that? It won't give way.
Oh, yes. Yes, the door's all right. I wedged the back of the chair under the handle as hard as I could. Oh, dear.
You must try and control yourself, Margaret. If we're to come through this safely, we must all of us keep perfectly calm. See who that is.
Yes. It's that Nojd.
Oh, he can come in.
Come in.
A letter from the Colonel, ma'am.
Bring it here, will you? Thank you. Report for duty? How ridiculous. I'll soon settle that. Nojd, I shall want you to take an answer to this at once. Oh, by the way, did you take the cartridges out of his revolver and empty all the pouches?
Yes, ma'am, I've seen to it.
Well, that's all right then. Just wait outside, will you?
Very good, ma'am.
Listen to that. Sawing. Whatever can he be doing up there?
Oh, do be quiet. I'm trying to
Oh,
write.
Lord have mercy on us. Where is all this going to end?
There. Now give this to Nojd. And my mother's to know nothing of all this. Is that quite clear?
Yes.
Good evening, Laura. I've been away all day, as you've probably heard. I've only just got back. What's all this I hear? What's been going on?
Oh, my dear Jonas, I can't tell you what I've been through these last 24 hours.
Well, you certainly don't look any the worse for it.
No, but think what might have happened.
Tell me, how did it actually begin? I've heard so many stories.
Well, it began with some absurd idea of his about not being Bertha's father and ended with him throwing the lighted lamp in my face.
But this is incredible. He must have got out of his mind. What are you going to do?
Well, the doctor sent to the hospital for a straitjacket in case of a further outbreak of violence. In the meantime, I've informed the Colonel, and I'm now trying to straighten out the household accounts, which he's left in a state of absolute chaos.
It's a shocking business. But I must say, I'm not altogether surprised. I've always half expected something of this kind. Fire and water are bound to explode. And what's all that in the drawer?
Just look at all the stuff he's kept.
Extraordinary. Your doll. Your christening cap. Bertha's rattle. And look, your letters. And the locket. He must have loved you a great deal, Laura. I never kept such things.
Yes, I believe he did. But time brings many changes.
What's this? The grant of a plot for a grave. Well, better the grave than the asylum, I suppose. Tell me, Laura, are you sure you're quite free from blame in all this?
I? How can I be blamed if a man goes out of his mind?
Oh, well, I'll say no more. Blood, after all, is thicker than water.
What exactly do you mean by that?
My dear Laura.
Yes?
You can hardly deny that it would suit you very well to be able to educate your child in your own way.
I don't understand.
I admire you, Laura.
Really?
So, I may have to assume the guardianship of that free thinker up there, eh? You know, I've always regarded him as rather a weed in our little garden.
And you dare say that to me, his wife?
You're strong, Laura, incredibly strong. Like a fox in a trap, you'd gnaw off your own leg rather than be caught. Like a master thief, you've no accomplice, not even your own conscience. Look at yourself in the glass. You daren't.
I never use a mirror.
No, you daren't. Let me look at your hand. Not one incriminating spot of blood. Not a trace of the subtle poison. A little innocent murder beyond the reach of the law. An unconscious crime. Unconscious. What a brilliant idea. Listen to him up there, working away for dear life. You take care, Laura. If that man gets loose, he'll tear you to pieces.
You've too much to say, Jonas. You must have an uneasy conscience. Accuse me if you can.
I can't.
There, you see, you can't. Therefore, I'm innocent. And now you look after your ward and I'll look after mine. Ah, here's the doctor. Oh, Doctor, I'm glad you're back. You at least will do what you can to help me, won't you? Unhappily, there's very little that can be done. Do you hear how he's going on up there? Now are you convinced?
I'm convinced that an act of violence has been committed, but whether it was the result of anger or insanity is still a question.
But, Doctor, ignoring for the moment the actual outbreak, you must admit that he suffered from fixed ideas.
I believe your own ideas, Pastor, are even more firmly fixed.
My fundamental convictions about higher things...
Ignoring fundamental convictions for the moment. Madam, it rests with you to decide whether your husband is liable to imprisonment and a fine or to detention in a lunatic asylum. How do you yourself see his behavior?
I can't possibly answer that now, Doctor.
Then you've no fundamental convictions as to what would be in the best interests of the family. What about you, Pastor?
Well, either way, there's bound to be a scandal. It isn't easy to say.
But if he simply gets fined for assault, what is there to stop him doing exactly the same thing again?
And if he goes to prison, he'll soon be out again. Therefore, we consider it to the advantage of all parties that he should, without further delay, be treated as insane. All right, then. Where's that nurse?
Margret, what do you want her for?
I shall want her to put the straitjacket on the patient after I've had a talk with him, and when I give the order, but not before. I have the garment outside. I'll get it. Ask the nurse to come, will you?
Margret?
This is horrible.
Yes?
The doctor wants to speak to you.
Oh, very well.
Nurse, do you mind coming over here?
Yes, Doctor?
Now, please give me your close attention. I want you to slip this jacket onto the captain from behind in order to prevent further violence. I'll tell you when I think it's the right moment. Now, as you see, it has very long sleeves, which are to be fastened behind the back, so as to restrict movement. These two straps buckle here. See? After you've passed them round the arms of the chair or sofa or whatever's convenient. Will you do that?
Don't ask me to do it. I couldn't. I really couldn't.
Why don't you do it yourself, Doctor?
Because the patient distrusts me. You, madam, are really the proper person. Unfortunately, he distrusts you too. Perhaps you, Pastor.
No, I must refuse.
Come in.
Ma'am?
Did you deliver the note?
Yes, ma'am.
Njord, you know the situation. The captain's lost his reason, and we shall need your help in looking after him.
If there's anything I can do for the captain, sir, you've only to say the word.
We shall want you to put this jacket on.
No, he shan't touch him. And you shan't hurt him. Sooner than that, I'll do it myself. I'll do it gently, very, very gently.
But perhaps
No, Njord can wait outside and help me if I can't manage. That's what Njord can do. Oh, shh.
Here he is. Nurse, put the jacket on that chair. Cover it with your shawl. Pastor, will you kindly remain and the rest of you leave the room? Yes. Quickly, please. That door won't hold very long.
Good. Come along now, Nenny. Come along. And you too, Nojd.
Yes, ma'am.
It's all here in the books, every one of them. I was out of my mind, was I? Well then, here's the Odyssey. Book 1, line 215, page 6 in the Uppsala version. Telemachus is speaking to Athene. My mother always declares that Odysseus is my father, but I don't know, for no man can ever know for certain who his father was. And that suspicion he had of Penelope, the most virtuous of women. Oh, superb! Oh, well, oh yes, look, the prophet Ezekiel. The fool saith, behold my father, but who can tell from whose loins he had sprung? What could be clearer than that? What have we here? Nothing less than the history of Russian literature by Merzlikov. Alexander Pushkin, the greatest Russian poet, died in great pain from a bullet wound received in a duel, but his death was due not so much to his wound as to rumors of his wife's infidelity. On his deathbed, he swore she was innocent. Ass! Idiot! How could he swear to it? You see, I even read my books. Yes, Jonas. I thought you'd be here. And the doctor. Of course, the doctor. Shall I tell you what I said to an English lady who was shocked when an Irishman threw a lighted lamp in his wife's face? My God, I said, what a woman. Woman, she gasped. Yes, of course I said. Well, when things get to such a pitch that a man who has loved and worshipped a woman, picks up a lighted lamp and throws it in her face, then one can be sure.
Sure of what?
Nothing! One never knows anything. One can only believe. That's right, isn't it, Jonas? One believes and is saved. That's it, isn't it? But I know very well that a man can be lost by his faith. Yes, I've learnt that much.
Captain.
You keep quiet. I've nothing to say to you. I don't want to listen to you repeating like a phonograph all the chatter that goes on in there. In there. You know what I mean. Well, what about you, Jonas? Do you believe you're the father of your children? I seem to remember that you had a young tutor in your house. Good-looking fellow whom people used to talk about.
Be careful what you say, Adolf.
Feel about under your wig and see if there aren't two knobs growing there. Upon my soul, I do believe he's turning pale. Yeah. Yes, they talk, don't they? Lord, how they talk, and we're such a lot of ridiculous dupes, we married men, aren't we, Doctor? And how was it in your marriage bed? Wasn't there a lieutenant staying in your house? Perhaps you'd like me to tell you his name. It was Lieutenant... There, you see? He's turning pale. Oh, never mind, Doctor. Don't take it to heart. She's dead and buried, and what's done can't be undone. As a matter of fact, I knew him. And he's now... Look at me, Doctor. No, straight in the eyes. A major in the Dragoons. I believe he has horns, too.
I think, Captain, it would be better if you talked of something else.
You see that? When I start talking about horns, he wants to talk about something else.
I suppose you realize, Adolf, that you're quite mad.
Yes, I realize that well enough. But if I had the handling of your embossed headpieces for a couple of days, I'd soon have you shut up, too. I'm mad. But how did it come about? Well, that's not your business, nor anyone else's. Now, would you like to talk about something else? Look at this picture. My daughter. Mine. Yeah. Yes, but we can't be certain. No. Shall I tell you the only way of making certain? First, you get married so that society will accept you. Then you must be instantly divorced, become lovers, and adopt your bastards. Then you will at least be sure that they are your own adopted children. That's right, isn't it? Elizabeth, it doesn't help me now. What can help me now when you've robbed me of my hope of immortality? What good are my science and philosophy to me when I've nothing to live for? What can I do with my life deprived of my honor? I grafted my right arm, half my brain, half my tissues onto another stem, thinking they'd unite and grow into a more perfect tree. And then somebody with a knife cuts below the graft, and now I'm only half a tree. But the other half, with my arm and half my brain, goes on growing while I wither and die. For the parts I gave away were the best. Now let me die. Do what you like with me. I no longer exist.
I think we'd better leave him, don't you?
Yes.
Oh.
Papa, are you ill? Papa.
Are you speaking to me?
Do you know what you've done? Do you know you threw the lamp at Mamma?
Did I?
Yes, you did. Supposing she'd been hurt.
Would that have mattered?
Oh, you're not my father if you talk like that.
What's that you say? I'm not your father? How do you know that? Who told you? Who is your father then? Who?
Well, not you at any rate.
Not I at any rate. Who is then? You seem to be well informed. Who told you? To think that I should live to hear my own daughter tell me to my face I'm not her father. Don't you know that you disgrace your mother when you say that? Don't you realize that it's a slur on her good name if it's true?
Don't you dare say anything bad about my mother.
So that's it. You're all in league against me, every one of you. You always have been.
Father!
Don't ever call me that again.
Father! Papa!
Bertha, my child, my darling child. You are my child, aren't you? Yes, of course you are. How could it be otherwise? It must be so. The other was only a morbid fancy carried on the wind like pestilence and fever. Look at me, Bertha, so that I may see my soul in your eyes. But I see hers as well. You've two souls. With one you love me, and with the other you hate me.
No, Papa.
But you must only love me. You must only have one soul, or you will never have peace. Nor will I. You must have only one mind, the child of my mind, and one will, mine.
But I don't want to be like that. I want to be myself.
Oh, no, I shan't let you. You see, I'm a cannibal, and I shall eat you. Your mother wanted to eat me, but she couldn't. I am Saturn, who devoured his children because it had been foretold that one of them would devour him, so it's either eat or be eaten. Yes, that's it. If I don't eat you, you'll eat me, and you've already shown your teeth.
No, Papa. Put that gun back on the wall. Please don't. Don't shoot me.
Don't be frightened, my darling. I'm not going to hurt you.
Mama, help! Help, Mama! He's going to kill me!
Master Adolf, no. What's the matter? Bertha, go back to your mother.
You've taken out the cartridges?
Yes, well, I just tidied them away, but if you'll sit down and be quiet, I'll get them out again. Now, come along now. Come along and sit down. There. Master Adolf. Master Adolf, do you remember when you were my little boy and I used to tuck you up at night and sing, "Gracious Saviour, gentle shepherd, little ones are dear to thee"? And do you remember how I used to get up in the middle of the night and bring you a drink? And how I used to light the candle and tell you fairy stories when you had bad dreams and couldn't go to sleep? You haven't forgotten all that, have you? You still remember.
Go on talking, Margret. It soothes my head. Go on talking.
Very well, but only if you'll be good and listen to what I say. Do you remember the time you took the great big kitchen knife because you wanted to carve boats with it? And how I found you at it and had to get it away from you by playing a trick on you? Of course, you were just a little boy and you didn't understand that what I was doing was for your own good. So I had to make believe. "Give me that nasty snake, Master Adolf," I said, "or it'll bite you." And with that you let go of the knife. Now, let go, Master Adolf. Be a good boy and let go of the nasty revolver. There. And then, when you had to get dressed and didn't want to, do you remember how I had to coax you by promising that you should have a little gold coat and be dressed like a prince? And then I'd pick up your little waistcoat, of course, wasn't gold at all, but made of ordinary green wool, and hold it up in front of you like this and say, now put this arm in.
Right.
There, yes. There. Now the other. There. That's right. Both arms in. Now be a good boy and sit quite still while I button it down the back. And then I'd say, now stand up and walk across the room nicely so that I can see how it looks. And then I'd say, now it's time for bed. Now just sit down. There.
What do you say? Why must I go to bed when you've only just dressed me? Hell and damnation. What have you done to me? You cunning old witch. Who would have thought you were clever enough for this? Trapped, outwitted. They won't even let me die.
Oh, Master Adolf, forgive me. I had to do it. I couldn't let you kill your own child.
Why couldn't you? Life's a hell, death's a heaven, isn't it? And children belong to heaven, don't they?
What can you know about what comes after death?
That's the only thing we do know. It's life we know nothing about. If only we could begin by realizing that.
Master Adolf, humble that proud heart of yours and pray to God for mercy. It's not too late even now. It wasn't too late for the thief on the cross when our Saviour said, "Today shalt thou be with me in paradise."
You croaking for a corpse already will crow. Njord! Njord! Is Njord there? Sir, throw that woman out. She's trying to throttle me with her hymn book. Throw her out of the window, up the chimney, anywhere.
God bless you, Captain. I can't do that. I can't do it. I've only got half a dozen men now. But a woman...
Can't you handle a woman then?
Oh, I can handle them all right. But not in that way. Doesn't seem natural somehow to lay hands on a woman.
Why isn't it natural? Haven't they been laying hands on me?
Yes, but I can't do it, Captain. Well, it's just like asking me to hit the pastor. It's a kind of instinct, like religion. And I just can't do it.
You can go now, Njord.
Yes, Mum.
Farley. Farley. Playing with a club while Hercules spins the wool.
Adolf, look at me. Do you believe that I'm your enemy?
Yes, I do. I believe you're all my enemies. First, my mother. She didn't want me because my coming meant pain for her, and she half-starved herself so that I was born a weakling. Then my sister, when she taught me to obey her orders. So was the first girl I loved. She repaid me with 10 years of disease. My daughter became my enemy when she had to choose between you and me. And you, my wife, you were my greatest enemy because you wouldn't let go until you had me, lying here dead.
I don't believe such a thought ever entered my mind. I may have been unconsciously influenced by some vague wish to be rid of you as something that stood in my way. And if you see any plan in my actions, well, possibly there may have been, though I wasn't aware of it. I never chose any course of action. I simply followed the one laid down by you. And before God and my conscience, I feel that I am innocent, even if what I've done is wrong. Your existence has lain on my heart like a stone which weighed me down until I tried to shake it off. Those are the facts. And if I have harmed you unknowingly, I ask your forgiveness. And as for your suspicions about the child, they're quite unfounded.
That's just it. That's the terrible part of it. If there had been any foundation, there'd at least have been something to clutch and cling to. As it is, there's nothing. My brain grinds on nothing till it's on fire. Put a cushion under my head and put something over me. I'm so cold. So cold.
Here's my wrap. And now give me your hand, dear.
My hand. The hand you've tied behind me. Farley. Farley. Your shawl against my mouth. It's as warm and soft as your arm. And it smells of vanilla. Like your hair when you were young. Laura, when you were young. And we used to walk in the birch woods among the primroses and thrushes. It was glorious. Glorious. Think how beautiful life was then. And what it is now. You didn't want it to turn out like this, nor I. But it did. What rules our lives?
God alone rules.
The god of strife, then? Or is it a goddess nowadays? I won't have that cat skin lying on me. Take it away.
There, Master.
Get me my tunic. Throw that over me.
Get it, Nanny.
Yes, here you are, sir.
My rough lion skin that you wanted to take, Farley. Farley. You cunning woman. amateur of peace and promoter of disarmament. Wake up, Hercules, before they take away your club. You wheedle our armour from us, too, pretending it was only tinsel. But it was iron. Iron, do you hear? Before it was tinsel. In the old days, it was the smith who forged the coat of mail. Now it's the seamstress. Omphale, Omphale. Rude strength is brought down by treacherous weakness. Curse you, devilish woman, and curse your whole sex. What's this pillow you've given me, Margaret? It's hard. It's cold. So cold. Come and sit by me here on the chair. That's it. Let me put my head in your lap. Oh, that's better. It's warm. Now lean over me so that I can feel your breast. It's good to fall asleep on a woman's breast. A mother's, mistresses, but best of all, a mother's.
Would you like to see your child, Adolf?
My child. A man has no children. Only women have children. That's why the future is theirs, while we die childless. Gracious Saviour, gentle shepherd, little ones are dear to thee.
Listen, he's praying to God.
No, to you, to get me to sleep. I'm tired, so tired. Good night, Margret, and blessed be thou among women.
Oh.
Doctor.
Yes? What is it?
You must help, Doctor. If it's not too late, he stopped breathing, I think.
He's had a stroke.
Is he dead?
No. He may come through it, but in what state, it's impossible to say.
First death, then the judgment.
No judgment, no accusation even. You believe that a God rules humanity. You must refer the matter to him.
Oh, Pastor, and he prayed to God just before.
Is that true?
Quite true.
If that is so, and I can judge that as little as I can judge the cause of his illness, then my skill can do no more. It's for you to try yours now, Pastor.
Is that all you have to say at this deathbed, Doctor?
That's all. It's all I know. If anyone knows more, let him speak.
Mama! Oh, Mama!
Oh, my child. My own child.
Amen.
In The Father by August Strindberg, you heard Jack Hawkins as Adolf, Googie Withers as Laura, and Dorothy Gordon as their child Bertha. Dr. Oestermark was played by Richard Williams, the pastor by Charles Lloyd Pack, Margret by Gladys Young, and Nojd by Malcolm Hayes. The play was adapted by Max Faber and produced for BBC World Theatre by John Gibson.